easy. Just going to do a bit more. Let's show off this 909 a bit and then move on to what have we got? We got Tempest recorded, so we're going to set up 8 tracks of Tempest, 256 samples there, and lash across the tracks there. Let's have it. Right, so let's just show a few things that this can do. So I can basically remix the whole thing on the fly, where I got it set up here, and yours too, for a donation. Do you know what I mean? This takes some time, trust me. I've been on this like 2 weeks now. Easy bot, big up. I would have loved to have just copied yours, mate, but no, we're going to work out a new one, and it is what it is. RAVEDUMP. Let's put it together. Let's remix this bass drum. Let's see what I mean. You shall see what I mean. kids. Let's do the Tempest stuff now then. So we're going to switch kit. Save this kit and go into the other part. They call them parts. It's really a kit. Do you know what I mean? Kit, part, who knows? But, right, save. Oh, bosh, that's done. Don't forget to do that, because otherwise you lose everything. I'm a champion at losing all my data, especially when not syncing the card, etc. Right, right. So we're on bank. What are we on? Bank 15. Yeah, we stay on bank 15, and I can switch to part number 2. Part number 2 there, coming up. There we go. So part number 2 is whatever the default was on the previous one. So just going to mix this one up now and load the Tempest in. So we've got a lot of multi-sample Tempest. Sort of took about 5,000 samples and then just put together about 256 to load in here. Let's see what it does. Now this one needs setting up quite a bit. I can see already the track and volumes and stuff, so I'm going to have to track this out one by one. Where to start? So I think start on the bass drum. Start on the bass drum there. I'm just going to mute everything else. I don't think there's nothing on there that's programmed into this one, so that's it. yeah, just this is how long it takes to set up a track in OCTATRACK. So, without pasting something else, but just want to set this one up from scratch. Yeah, getting there. So once this track is laid out, I might paste this one to the next one, and then just carry on from there, and then alter it after. So let's just do the LFOs. Yes, there's a couple of reverbs on here. I think doesn't need the compressor, it's way over the top, so I'm only just turning down what's already loud. So the plate reverb, spring reverb is probably the best one for the kick. Let's try each of these. I'm liking this one with a spring actually, so let's tweak this one. Right, so let's just save where we're at and then get on. I'm going to do the snare drum next, since there's a snare already in there, but it's an 808, so swap it out for the Tempest. Whew! It's hotting up. It's hotting up. Right, save. Save. There we go. Yeah, masters at work. What to do? Right, so I'm going to have to set this track up as well from scratch, so it ain't going to take too long, but yeah, so going to have this one on the stereo bus, so we're going to turn down. I've got this set up with 4 outs, and the main is panned left and right to split them into 2, so it's actually 3 outputs, 1 stereo, 2 monos, so let's get that done. I think this one is good now. Oh, I set that gain on the cue just a little bit. There we go. There. Happy with that now. Right, let's see if it's triggering. I think it's all good. Much loud, so let's back it off a bit. Just set up the crossfader. Right, so number 1, just need to do the envelopes, attack, LFO, basically everything, basically the entire track, and the effects. But yeah, what I'm thinking is, let's just go for it. Let's go for it. Let's go. Here we go. Some of these are tasty, do you know what I mean? Tempest basically sampled the entire unit, and now it's going to get dropped into this OCTATRACK. Oh, mate, some of this analog stuff is pretty awesome. Check that out, the drums. Let's just set this one a bit different. Put a bit more delay on it, but just tweak it just a bit. So not R off because it's already had a snare sorted out by the look of it. One I prepared earlier. Right, feedback. Fucking epic. So, I'm just gonna play around with this for a sec. Oh man, it's like fucking... This is better than the Tempest in the OCTATRACK. I told you, John, didn't I? Told you, mate. I've got 2 tracks loaded at the minute. Fucking, let's just... Right, that's pretty rocking. Let's save that, put the hi-hats in. I know there's someone there in the chat box. I'm just going to jump over and have a look. Yeah, big up, John. So this is Tempest. I had a bit of let me just save this, right? Save this because I'm getting excited. Fucking hell! Save. Bosh. Save. 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 Come on, one button. Save. Electron. Save and sync. One button. Just macro to save. Let's do it. Right, so that's it. Get on this track. Get on, down on that. Yeah, we're going to load the sample. Right, here we go. So we got bass drum, snares, hi-hats. Oh, yes. Click on that. Now, because the doodahs are worked out in advance, we don't need to slice it or anything, because it's already pre-done. Just need to find the right one. There's quite a few of them. There's 9 in total, so we can have some variations and a half. So that one is drums, synth, effects, perk, snares, hi-hats. There we are. Bosh. Now this is going to amaze me. I don't know if it's going to amaze you, but it will amaze me. Right, let's get this sorted. Sort the mix bus out, so it needs to be yes on that one. Punch that up, turn the other one down, otherwise we'll hear a bit of a phase out. Otherwise, turn the Q down, that's it. So I'm using the Q as another stereo out, that's it, there we go. Right, now by the sound of it, the sample playback for that track is not set, and the retrig is on 3. The usual suspects. When you hear it doing peculiar things, look at retrig. Turn the slice on, loop off, time stretch off, and sensitivity down. Length slice. And I think we're getting there. That is that. Maybe turn the sound up just a bit. Effect 1. Effect 2. Yeah, let's do that. Right, for some reason it didn't hold the sample, so it's still playing back subs. But no fear. Maybe I just didn't double tap. Let's have a look. Get back to where it's supposed to be. Tempest. BG. No, it did load in. Maybe I didn't triple tap then. So I definitely double tapped and triple. Yeah, fucking, that's it. The third one. Ooh. Oh yes, but this balance of the levels a bit, we don't need it that loud. Right, again, just let's uncouple the crossfader from the volume. So we can sort that out. Right, let's get on it. There we go. Here we go. That you've got percussion track for that, Duke. Let's make it a fucking hi-hat. Right, so let's just put it back to default. But anyway, that's the possibilities for that. I mean, that's a lot, right? We want it to play the role of a hi-hat. Let's put it back in where it should be. Right, there we go. Then move on to the percussion. Fuck. percussion track. Oh, yes. Right, let's do it. Right, now, if that weren't enough, second hi-hat track for the open hi-hat. I mean, it just rocks, it rocks. It rocks. Right, so let's do it. Let's do it. Let's load it. Oh, mate. Oh, mate. Oh, mate. There is no other. So that'll be coming soon, you know what I'm saying. There is no other. So all we got to do is punch in for that one. Or not. Yeah, it is. It's the same track. Bosh. Same sample, different track. Open hi-hat. Come on, Duke, you knew that. Turn the cue. Yeah, this one will be in stereo bus, and the other one is in the mono bus. So let's just set that. Works wonders. So we can process the closed hi-hats or whatever's on that track differently from the open hi-hat. You're a fucking genius, Duke. Right, let's basically go into that one now, and I think it's already set. See what I mean? How fucking good is that? And I've not even finished setting it up yet. It's another three. There's like another how many? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more tracks. Plus there's the effects, LFOs. Get variation on this hi-hat. It's just go into the LFO and do that. Let's just give it a bit of. You've got 3 LFOs there, so let's use them. So on the open one there, we're going to use. Now I've got a slice randomizer I can use any time, so I set that to the first one. My arsenal of tricks. Look, listen. Right, leads me to suspect that this track's sample slice thing is turned off, and it is. Let's turn that on. Turn that off, turn that off, turn that down, and then we should have something like this. back in the LFO now. It's going to change that to square. That's it. And then this depth control can be used at a later time. Look. Automatically at some point, there you go, just change the hi-hat. Sort of automatically at some point, just change the hi-hat. There we go. Yeah, if you pray, you get it. Oh my God, Duke, you're blowing us away. Right, save it, because it's fucking sounding dapper, innit? Right, put that in, don't, you know what I mean? Blow your own trumpet now and again, Duke. I don't often, but yeah, I knew this was going to work well. I knew it would sound almost better than the original unit. I'll tell you for why, while we're sticking the rest in. Basically, on the Tempest, you've got the project which you load. You've got your patterns there. Now you are restricted on patterns, so the best way to actually use the unit is to mute all the tracks and unmute them as and when needed. So basically, because you only have 16 patterns in the entire machine, so there's 16 patterns per song, which is like, what? 16? But there are 32 tracks in each pattern, so you can have 32 rhythms muted in each pattern. So each pattern, think of it as a song, and then unmute the tracks as patterns. So you've got actually 32 patterns in one pattern if you do it that way, and that's the only way you can do it. But you still only end up with so many variations per song. I think it's 256, whatever, but it's not as many as the OCTATRACK, because boil it down, you've got one song, 32 tracks, and 32 tracks does mean 16A and 16B, and more than that, it means 32 sounds can be loaded at once, and that is it. You can't load any more than that. So yeah, and it's stop, project, key, enter, select, fucking enter, load. 5 seconds later, then you're into the next one, and your fans have gone home. Roger, Lynn, put some. Why has it only got 16? I get the 32 track out. I like it, but really it should have had 256 patterns, if not just 99. You know what I'm saying, Roger? No, 127, please. Let's have 127 next time. Tempest 2. I think it's a wicked machine, but I can make the OCTATRACK dance with it. It's gonna. I'm telling you, I fucking know this is gonna fucking rock. So the limitations of the other limitation of the analog hardware is the trigger. Not as reliable as a sample retrigger for 30-second notes and that kind of stuff. So filters can't be beaten. OCTATRACK's got one filter per track, whereas the Tempest's only got the one filter on the handle on the front, which is the entire mix, unless you've tracked it out on the outputs. But yeah, so yeah, whatever. Two different ways of working, but the OCTATRACK can load just in one pattern 8 sets of 64 And that's just for the tracks. So the default tracks can hold 64 samples each. And then you can select a different bank of samples if you want, but I don't see why you'd need to, trust me. The way this is set up now, and I can extend this across, so bust it out on 3 OCTATRACKs basically, and then split and mute tracks. Anyway, stop talking about it, let's just carry on. Percussion track I think needs to be done, innit? It's sounding mega tight. Duke, you cut them samples like a champ, didn't you, mate? Yeah, like I say, blowing my own trumpet again. But yeah, this, I'm fucking, excited about this. So, the next step, what is the next step? Probably put a kettle on, but no, percussion, put the kettle on. Thank you, appreciate it. Put my lovely, like a nail bar, acid nail bar. Right, unmute the percussion track. Fucking, I'm like crippled by like anticipation here. Yeah, you'll know why in a minute. So we're gonna load this one in. It's the job of jobs, 5,000 samples, and we boiled it down to 256 essentials. Plus an extra bank on top for good measure. So 64 times 8, well, times 9 actually, so yeah. That's what it took to sample the Tempest. It took 5,500 samples to get the feel of the machine, and I think I've captured it pretty well. So expect to hear plenty of this over the coming weeks. Right. Percussion. Oh my god, it's there. There's synth. There's a few synth basses in there. I kept it simple without, I didn't get into any crazy programming, but used what sounded good, and then Chip made a few changes here and there and just recorded some bits and bobs. But we'll leave the synths to the keyboards, right? No offence, Dave. I know could do a lot more than what we've achieved here, but this is still good. This is electro beatbox, like on steroids. So let's do it. Let's do it. I think we're there. Double tap. Remember the triple tap. Click in. Set the buses. So master down. Cue up. After that, I got to do sample slice on, loop off, time stretch off, thingy bob off. If only we could just default that, make default button, do you know what I mean? But yeah, you can copy it from another bank, you know. But this is more fun. Yeah, so we got the LFOs we can set and all. It's less important for the percussion track because there's plenty of multi-samples that are pitched. But still, let's just get it done. So start. I know what I want from this. I know exactly what I want. Stick that on. This is gonna rock. It's gonna rock, all right. A little caressing. Get this up and running just in a sec. Yeah, so now the percussion. Yeah. There. Right, remember on LFO1, set that as square. Just put the depth down for the minute. Right, let's check it. Let's mute this. Mute all the other shit. Don't hear nothing. Why? Why can't we hear nothing, Duke? Don't know. Why can't we hear anything? Not muted. Not turned down. Yeah, it's on. Oh, something not right here. There we go. It's just we're on a bass, that's all. Just on a bass and couldn't hear it. I think our slices needs to be checked. No, that's looking good. Yeah, definitely recommend copying banks. You can actually do that by, once you've finished the bank, set your bank up, you can actually mount the USB. Obviously sync your project first, sync it, load it, sync it to card, sync it, save it, all the different ways of saving, save the part, save everything. Then mount it on the computer and you'll see the files and you'll see the 2 files for each bank. I think you'll work it out. There's ones for the arranger and there's also ones for the banks. So there's 2 files for each one. And just copy them and rename them for whatever bank you want. So if you've got bank number 1 program, you want to basically copy the 2 files for bank 1, rename them bank 2, and that's it. And obviously get rid of your empty bank 2s, and that's it. Load it back up, and bosh, you'll have a duplicate of bank 1 on bank 2, or whatever bank you put it on, without having to do a gazillion button presses. Yeah, bank copy would have been nice, just like copy the whole bank and do it like that, but that's the workaround. Right, so why can't we hear it? Oh, it is there, right, so it's probably because I'm going to clear the pattern, start from scratch, because whatever's in there is not giving us what we want. So, clear that one. And maybe switch to slice mode. And we can hear what we've got. Yeah, look, it's done the same thing. So it switched to subs when it should have been on. So I must have missed the treble tap again, or whatever that is. Thinking this doesn't even sound like what we're supposed to be doing. So here it is. That's because it ain't loaded. Get in there, you fucker. That's it. You needn't have cleared that track now, Duke, you twat. Yeah, alright, I got a copy of it on another bank, so shut it. I'm gonna go back and see if I can unclear that somehow. So we're on bank 15, that was a duplicate of 7, and we're on pattern number 1. So if I go to 7, 7, 1, go in that one, copy that one. Yikes. Bank 15, 1, paste that back in. Bob's your uncle. See what we were missing. Right, now I'm still on the wrong one. I'm on percussion. Just double check I'm in the right. Yeah, should be on kit 2, bank 15, pattern 1, and yes, for some reason it's not. It's the OCTATRACK's disobeying orders and switching back to some other random sample. Right, that's the one. get in there, that's it. Let's just go in and out like twice to make sure that's definitely loaded. Right. That is now in there. Nothing in that pattern after all, just a clap pattern. So we're going to do a bit more than that, just have a play around with this. Slices mode. Let's just see what happens. You'll agree we just need to set up the filters and the delay, and this is going to be wicked. Let's do the amps as well, so let's just do the finesse of adding the envelope, so we can still control envelope on this and apply it over the sample, which is nice. So there we go, that gives a dynamic control. If we set this one here a little bit different on the other side, add the secret sauce, here we go. Yeah, so we're getting up to 5,000 samples loaded into the OCTATRACK to make the RAVEDUMP itself a reality. So this is coming together. Save. That's all I know right at this moment. Save that. Yeah, so coming together. So what we got? We've got percussion done. We got snares done. We got open hi-hat. We missed there. Look. Well, there's a bit more to do on that one, so let's just play test it. So what's next? Got the rolls done. We're gonna let's put a breakbeat. Let's put a breakbeat on this. Or do we? Or do we just go full Tempest and not have a breakbeat? Decisions. Yeah, I mean, we can always add a breakbeat very easily. So let's add another Tempest track. Let's see what we're going to put in here. Maybe sound effects. So we got the synths loaded on that one. Yes, maybe go for drums, boss, effects, perk. Noise. So it's either noise or effects. I think we should go for the effects chain. Load that one in. Bosh. See what this one does. One's more zappy. That kind of zappy. Right, so sounds like the track needs sorting out again. Let's just check slice mode is on. It ain't. It is now. Time stretch off. Just taking a moment to process that in my mind. The OCTATRACK is a bit of a challenge, to be honest. But yeah, press stop or whatever, and that should go away, that issue. Right. What what is next? So yeah, on that. Yeah, so probably maybe stick the send up on that one. Let's have a bit of effects on that one. Get that under control like that. Right, it's got the basics set up there. Let's just check the LFOs, get them done. Shouldn't take a second. Do that, square. Bosh. Put that to nothing for the minute. There we go, number 2. So, percussion, what is this? Effects, innit? So on the effects one, I think what we'll do is have the bass frequency. Let's move that around a little bit. Set the speed. Right, and then on the other one, number 3, I'm going to put a bit of balance. So basically panning on that one, put a reasonable amount on that. So that's going to pan that around, slow that down. Let's see what happens with that. We should hear something happening, and I'll put a better pattern in. Shorten this pattern, it's way too long at the minute, it's 64 long. Still, it's good for this kind of thing. You want something that's triggering now and again, there's your answer. But I'm going to take it back down to 16 or even 8. I'm going to start at 8 and just get some mashup going. let's see what's going on this track. So, whew, sounding pretty tight, Duke. Let's see what's going on. So, track 4. Aaron, can I phone a friend while this track is just not working anymore? Why? Oh, it's back again. There we go. No, it's not. Is it a loose lead? No. Yeah, it's not loud enough. I've got a feeling it's going underneath the gate of the compressor, so this is when the OCTATRACK does something that you just can't figure out what it is, and there's no sound. So let's try and verify. Yeah, so why? Why? There we go, so the slices are not sliced properly, let's just check that. Slice. All the slices, yes, and re-slice it. $64. No. Hopefully that is it. Slice 2. Yeah, it's looking good. Back in action. think that's a good place to save it. It's getting it's getting hot in here, isn't it? Check one. Right, now let's do what we intended. So on this track here, there's a little bit more to set up on that, but let's just go through and set a different, set slice 1, right? wicked. I think that's sounding pretty fucking good. So I'm going to save up there, press me back, get something to eat. Maybe back in a couple of days or something when I move this on a little bit further. But you can see what we're trying to do here. Yeah. So Tempest meets the OCTATRACK, and I think it's represented pretty well. So we got, let's just press save on this. So save. Just before we go, let's just check out what we done earlier with the 909, because we've set up a 909 kit, so we should be able to flip between even the same pattern. You can change pattern, you can change kit. Let's see what happens. Right, save. Let's just see what happens. If I could remember where it was. Maybe it was because I'm on, not this time. There it is. I think that's us. I think that's our 909. No, it is not. That is not it. That's normal kicks. Pattern number 81. That one. Bank. 14. 1. Bank. 15. 1. Well, I've lost my 909 set up. I don't know where the fuck it's gone. Is that it? No, that is not it. I'll have to come back with that. Let's hope it's not deleted it. the OCTATRACK can sometimes delete or just forget what you're doing, even though you've saved the kit or the part. If I know what the answer is, I'll let you know later. Till then.